Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Atpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vedya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we will probably have to do English tonight unless Deepa has come online.
I did. I came in a minute after you, right after you texted.
Okay, no problem. So, Mark, what verse are we on?
We're on chapter 1, number 12.
Chapter 1, number 12.
Should I start?
Please.
Atma Sakhi Vibhur Purna Eko Muktaschidakriya Asango Nispriha Shanto Brahmat Samsaravaniva. The self is witness, all-pervading, perfect, non-dual, free, consciousness, actionless, unattached, desireless and quiet. Through illusion, it appears as if it is absorbed in the world.
So again, Ashtavakra in this particular text, changes in other ones, is the Guru. King Janaka is the Shisha, is the disciple. And here he's giving the highest absolute truth. So let's parse this one idea by idea, because each one of these is a meditation on our own self. Now, we have to again review how to use this. So, for example, if Wendy and I were going to talk about the Italian language, it's out there as something other than you or me. We have to make sure we don't talk about the self as if it's something out there, some concept we're going to discuss that does nothing to free us. So I start always by holding up something in the phone tonight. Who sees the phone? I do. That's yourself. You don't get another self. My problem is adhyasa, superimposition. In my mind, I superimpose on my direct experience all sorts of nonsense. So, as we go through each one of these ideas, what we're enjoying to do is introvert the attentive faculty, see whether or not it's true about you. So the first idea again,
The self is witness.
I am the knower of all sense perceptions, subject, object. I am the knower of the body itself and all its changes, health or sickness, youth or age. I am the witness of energy. Amini and Arjun brought their new 6-month-old baby here. Talk about a bundle of prana. He's not really standing up or anything yet, but he sure loves to jump. So I hold him under his arms, jump, 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 jump. I mean, over and over and over with really serious look on his face. He's strong. So much prana in this little 6-month-old body. You or I, oh my God, do I have to walk up that hill again? But whatever the level of energy, I witness it. Sometimes I feel happy, sad, enthusiastic, annoyed, peaceful, angry, but whatever the feelings are, I know them. Thoughts, all sorts of ideas, even the ahankriti, the ego thoughts. I'm good, I'm bad, I'm smart, I'm stupid, I'm lovable, I'm not lovable, I'm successful, I'm a failure. I know those thoughts. Who am I? Sakshi, the witness of everything. And the meditation is to see while all the phenomena undergoes change constantly, the noumenon, the knower, is ever the same. Next idea.
All pervading.
Yes. So nothing can be known in this world without a knower, be it gross or subtle. And in fact, it is the life principle that pervades everything. Next idea.
Perfect.
Yes. So in the phenomenal world, Wendy was talking about making her perfect galette. Well, you come close, don't you?
Yes.
You never get there.
No.
Or as a musician, we practice. We never reach the ideal of perfection. Nothing in this world that's a thing, that's an object, is ever perfect. The self is perfect. It's perfectly nothing. changeless, always the same, cannot be improved, cannot be diminished, no need of improvement. And one of ego's strategies is, I want to be good or better. I want to be smarter. I want to be prettier. I want to be richer. I want to be nicer. Whatever it is, I want the equipment to attain some sort of perfection. And I have some very sad news for you. To try to attain perfection at the level of the equipment is like trying to count to the highest number. By all means, work on character development. Try not to be a jerk. Or as the Master Jesus said, call no man good, only God is good. All of us at the level of the equipment are imperfect. The self, who I am, is what God is. It's already perfect. Next idea.
Non-dual.
Yes. So we have Nirguna Brahman, experienced as the self, the subject in every being. Then we have Saguna Brahman. It looks like two, like there's a phenomenal world, the not self out there. But in truth, just like all the characters in the dream are nothing but my non-dual mind, so also Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. All this is verily Brahma. There's no otherness. Next idea.
Free.
Did you say free?
Free, yes.
Yes. So you do not go through the experience, Jim, I'm a bound human being and I'm so full of misery and I'm going to become a free person. No. What I discover is my bondage was just a very long and very vivid dream. I always have been free. The self is never really bound by Maya. It's always the same. Next idea.
Consciousness.
Yes. So you're not an it, you're a who. Ultimate reality is not shunyata, void, empty. Ultimate reality is purnam, full. Full of what? Full of bhava, being. You are a conscious, sentient being. So here, so aware all the time. Next one.
actionless,
Yes. So the self is sthita, established. I never move. The world passes in front of me. I am the stationary, achalam, unmoving knower of everything. As it passes by with an infinite series of now, now. Next one.
unattached,
Yes. Asangaha. So we have this asparsha yoga. Sparsha means untouched. Yoga means joy. The body, mind, intellect cannot move, cannot feel, cannot think without the touch of the infinite. Yet the world never really touches me. Just like the images in the mirror have no existence apart from the mirror. Yet the images in the mirror never really touch the mirror. It's an optical illusion. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. Never touched by the mind, by thoughts, by the body, by the politics, by the economy. None of it touches. Asangoham, unattached am I. Satchidanandrupaham. My nature is existence, consciousness, and bliss. Next idea.
desireless,
Yes. So desire arises in the mind. I am without desire. I need nothing. I want nothing. I simply watch. Next idea.
quiet,
Yes. So noise comes to the phenomenal world through the senses. The mind is disquieted because of its reactions. The intellect is disquieted because of the flow of thoughts. But I am like the center of the cyclone. It all moves around me, but I am still quiet. Next idea.
through illusion, it appears as if it is absorbed in the world.
Just like in the dream state, through illusion, It seems like I am running around in the dream when in truth, I'm lying peacefully in my bed. So also when I'm under the dream of Jiva Bhavana, the feeling that I'm a person, it seems like I'm running around the world having my particular issues, and they're doing it right and so-and-so's doing it wrong, etc. But in truth, I go nowhere. It's an illusion. Is that the end of that verse?
Yes.
Next one.
Kutastam bodhamadvaitam atmanam paribhavaya abhasoham brahmam muktva bhavam bhaya mathantaram. Having given up all external and internal fluctuations and the illusion I am the reflected self or ego, meditate upon the self as immutable non-dual consciousness.
So we have this idea of the reflected self, sometimes called Chitchaya, Chithabhasa, Pratibimba. Consciousness caught in the web of thought, Swamiji used to say. So it seems like I am the doer and the experiencer, which is all rooted in illusion. Ooh. I go nowhere, I do nothing. I am kutastha, still like a bone. Play in the world just goes by. And there's an injunction here. Remember who you are. Take the time to slow down the mind. Introvert the attentive faculty. Notice the knower. Oh, I am that unmoving, unchanging consciousness. Always the same. Always peaceful. Never touched by the sorrows of the apparent world. Next verse.
Dehabhimanapashena chiram baddhosi putraka bodhoham jnana khadgena tannishkritya sukhi bhava. My dear son, you have been bound by the rope of your body consciousness, rended asunder with the sword of the knowledge, I am consciousness, and be happy.
So, again, as the scriptures thunder, both bondage and liberation occur to the mind. The self is ever free. What is my bondage? It is nothing more than first ignorance of vritti. And the fruit of that, identification with the body, or the body plus the personality. It is like hypnotism. It is like a very vivid nightmare. It's just a product of the mind. There is no other liberation. And the deeply rooted conviction in my mind. Not that I'm a realized person. Please, 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 don't try to be a realized person. If you think you're a person, you're deluded. When you thin the mind and introvert your attention, do you see some Mahatma in there? No. Why be a Mahatma when you're God? The Master Jesus said, I and the Father are one. He who hath seen I hath seen him who sent me. No one comes unto the Father but through I. Jesus, in a full state of yoga, said me. He's not talking about his personality or his body. He's talking about the self. Once that buddhi has that insight, oh, I'm not a person. I am Brahman. Never was a person. It's just a long dream. Where did the person go? Weird. When you watch the body, mind, intellect, let it go through its prarabdha dance, getting its allotted dose of successes and failures, joys and sorrows. But what concern have I with that? It had nothing to do with being happy. How do I be happy? Have a happy mind? Quit jonesing. Be at peace. Next verse.
Nisango nishkriyo sitvam swaprakasho niranjana ayameva hite bandha samadhi manutishthasi. You are unattached, actionless, self-effulgent, and without any taints. You practice meditation, and this is indeed your bondage.
Yes. So remember, this is a very subtle point. You cannot renounce something you haven't got. I woke up this morning. I decided Trump is a bad president, so I should be president of the United States. That's foolishness. I'm going to renounce being president of the United States. Jimmy, we're never president, and you're never going to be president. You cannot renounce something you haven't got. So listen carefully. The word here he's using is samadhi, not dhyana. Samadhi is very blissful. But you either see that you're Brahman or you don't. You don't want to get caught into that desiring wackadoodle mind states. Oh, I'm going to do more retreats. I'm going to meditate 6 hours a day. I'm going to have high beam eyeballs so I can get more, get more, get more. Then we've made spiritual experiences another object of desire. Now, again, listen carefully. The sadhak, the seeker, is seen to be doing spiritual practices so that he may purify the mind and realize his self. The sadhu, the siddha, the accomplished one, may also be seen to be doing spiritual practices. This does not add to her knowledge of the self. And the mind states she achieves have a beginning and an end. Sometimes they're more intense than others, constantly change in their quality. Yeah. But they are the highest form of worldly pleasure. So I have a student and we're reading Swami Tapovanam's spiritual autobiography. It's called Wandering in the Himalayas. And he's talking about being high up near Uttarkashi and Gangotri and just being lost in the rapture of nature. Or going to a temple and doing chanting with the sadhus there, meeting Mahatmas and just soaking up the Shakti. So you may do this because it's fun. But moksha is when you know I'm unattached to all that. Still just mind states. And if you start yearning, jonesing for it, the paradox is then they start to recede. Now, the opposite idea. You can be deep in the self. You leave the ashram and you study Ashtavakra Gita, which says, what are you trying to gain through meditation? Give it up. And if you're in the world, you probably will not lose sat. You will always know you are the self. You will probably not lose chit, the knowledge you are pure consciousness. but the bliss may recede. Oh, okay. Why don't you try doing some spiritual practices? Spend some time tuning up again. Now it comes and goes, has a beginning and end. It's just a mind state. But it is the highest form of worldly pleasure. But that's different than I want to get somewhere. I want not just the fourth stage in Yoga Vasishtha, but the fifth and the sixth and the seventh. Maybe there's an eighth beyond it if I work really hard. Then you're not even a jnani. You're struggling. Or life is such that you don't have the occasion or the time to meditate someday. Oh, meditate. Oh, I'm going to be a mess. No. You won't lose your knowledge. It's a subtle, subtle point. The mark of the person of steady wisdom is she's given up struggle. She moves with the flow of life. She's not particularly concerned about silly mind states. Oh, I got angry. Why must I be a very good yogi? Not bad. I'm really getting somewhere. I was so blissed out all day. I wonder if everybody noticed. I'm going to go to the yogis conference. Polish up my halo. No, she's authentic. She's natural. When are you ever not you? But deep inside, she's the perfect sannyasi. Only thing we really need to renounce is the mind itself. I cannot think a real thought. No personal sense of self is real. So what we're starting to do now with this text is to begin to let go of our attachment to the mumukshu, the seeker after liberation. I want to get something. I'm not content with my mind state like this. I want it to be wow, 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 wow. Okay, you can do tapas, you can do spiritual practices. And it will come and it will go. What is constant? Aham Brahmasmi. I am the self. And I have the peace that passes all understanding, knowing nothing's going to ever touch me or harm me. So there's a paradox here. doesn't mean the woman of steady wisdom doesn't revel in the self. How much should she do it? Should I have 10 quarts of revelry today? Whatever you feel like. Or maybe you need to do your taxes. So the point here is not to be attached even to the bliss of samadhi. But you achieve the bliss of samadhi first, then let go of your attachment. Why? The ruthless rule of the mind will return to the experience that's given it the greatest joy. If you still are getting your greatest joy from the objects of the senses, you can read all the Vedanta in the world and your mind's going to go into the world. You can't help it. So this is why, for example, Shankara has this long section in Viveka Chudamani. Practice nirvikalpa samadhi. Own it. Don't be dependent on the guru. Don't be dependent on satsang. Don't be dependent on the scripture. You must be able to be rooted in that. Any thoughts on this? It's a very subtle point. Do you have any questions?
No, it seems very clear.
It's making sense?
Absolutely.
Next verse.
त्वया व्याप्तमिदं विश्वं त्वयि प्रोतं यथार्थतः शुद्धबुद्धस्वरूपस्त्वं मागमशुद्रचित्तमाम्. You pervade this universe, and this universe is strung or woven only in you. Really, by nature, you are pure consciousness. Do not give way to petty-mindedness.
Yes. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget what the world is. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Chidananda Rupaham, my form, my nature is bliss consciousness. What about the world? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Brahman alone is real. The phenomenal world is mithya, illusion, meaning the names and forms are just imagination. What's really here? Brahman. All okay. Then the person of steady wisdom has no need to avoid one kind of people or crave other kinds of people. Sometimes she moves through life like a ghost. No one sees her. Other times, she makes a noise that makes a difference, depending on what circumstances. She's out of control. No idea what she's going to do. always enjoying either Vishaya Ananda, the bliss of the objects, it's all Brahma. Ramananda, the bliss of yourself. And it's all the same. She may have preferences, but if it doesn't work out, no big deal. She lets go. The Lord's in charge. Next verse.
निरपेक्षो निर्विकारो निर्भर शीतलाशय अगाध बुद्धिरक्षुब्धो भवचिन्मात्रवासनः. You are unconditioned, changeless, dense, of profound intelligence, serene and unperturbed. Desire consciousness alone.
So here you are dense, solid. You're not empty. You are empty in the sense that there's no thing there. You are full of being, which is so here, so present all the time. And that fullness is the fountainhead, is the source of all joy. What does self-realization give us? I finally know where happiness is. It's my self-nature. But in my foolishness, I ignore it. And I look to the people, places, things, and conditions. I want. It's like the person digging in their field finds the chintamani, the wish-fulfilling gem, which is himself, but disregards it. And then finds pieces of colored, broken glass. So happy. I have jewels. I have a Tesla. I have an Audi. My house has 5 bedrooms. Yours only has 3. My stock portfolio has more zeros. If you're honest, all it is different. With a new set of responsibilities and problems and tasks to be done. The person who's at peace is the one who inside is the sannyasi. All is mine to use. None of it is mine to own. And it's all on loan from God. Never know. it gets repossessed. But the yogi understands nothing out there in the world is any more than trinkets and ornaments. Go to the source of happiness. Taste and see the goodness of the Lord, as the Hebrew psalmist says. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall always be in my mouth. Always tasting the juice of the bliss in Brahman. Next verse.
Sakara manritam viddhi, nirakaram tu nishchalam, etatvopadeshen, etatatvopadeshena, na punar bhava sambhava. Know that which has form to be false, and the formless to be changeless. Through this spiritual instruction, you shall escape the possibility of rebirth.
Yes. So know anything that is a form, if it occurs in time and space, if it's in the past, present, or future, if it's confined to the waking, dream, or deep sleep state, if it's gross or subtle, most importantly, if it's knowable as an object of cognition, it is mithya, false, illusion, vaitatya, false. Only you are real. Saturday morning class, we have our philosophical definition of real with a big capital R, that which is never subject to negation. When are you ever not you? Perfect, changeless being. Always free. Next one.
Yathaivadarshamatyasthe रूपेन्त परितस्तु स तथैवास्मिन् शरीरन्त परित parameshvara. Just as a mirror exists inside and outside the image reflected in it, so the Supreme Self exists inside and outside this body.
Yes. So in Gita, at one point, Krishna says, all this is sprung on me like gems on a thread. Oh, that's so comforting. Krishna's in every one of us. But then in the 9th chapter, he says, well, actually, that's not true. I am not in them. They are in me. Truth, they're not even really in me. Behold my divine Maya. Is there space in the glass? Yes. And there's room space outside. Well, is there space in the glass, or is the glass in space? Space is a homogeneous mass of nothingness. You are a homogeneous mass of consciousness. Vijnana Ghanam. Sometimes it feels like the self is inside. Sometimes it's like behind my eyes. But if that be so, if I turn my head, oh dear, the self just knocked into the television. No. What I'm seeing in front of me outside, the world of name and form, infinitude, physical space, that too is nothing but Brahman. The self is not in me. This body, mind, intellect is in the self. Always moving in consciousness. Here, just like the images in the mirror, if it be my face, if I go into the bathroom, or if I take a little hand mirror and I go up to Twin Peaks and face west, I can hold it up and I can see all of downtown San Francisco in the mirror. Has the mirror undergone any change? No. Well, don't you have to stretch it to get the city in the mirror as opposed to your face? No. City in the mirror is pervaded, contained by the mirror. All this, sarvam kalvidam brahma, all this is verily Brahma. Next one.
एकं सर्वगतं व्योम बहिरन्तर्यथा घटे नित्यं निरन्तरं ब्रह्म सर्वभूतगणे तथा. Just as the same all-pervading space is inside and outside the jar, so the immutable and all-pervading Brahman exists in all things and beings.
Well, he just took my metaphor. He said, a jar, I used a glass. Shankar will use a pot. But the idea, it's a classic Vedantic image. Everything is in the self. In the same way, everything in the dream is in my mind. World need not be shunned. It's all God. We had such an example of someone endeavoring to seek Christ in the poorest of the poor. And the dear Pope who passed away this morning. So on Holy Thursday, there's the ceremony of washing feet. In some churches, the leaders of the parish will get up there, a vestry or the finance committee, and the priest washes their feet, and everybody watches to see how humble he is. Yeah, what did Francis do? He went to a prison and washed those feet of prisoners, homeless shelter. those stinky, gnarly feet of homeless people, not only washed their feet, but kissed them. Seeing Christ in the least of these, that's our job. That's our job. St. Francis, he was terrified of lepers and leprosy. Many people think that his moment of realization came when he saw this incredibly powerful aversion. What did he do? He moved through it, took the leper, and kissed him on the mouth. All those open sores and the smell, the dirt, not to mention the huge social concern. Our job. Spiritual axiom that if I'm disturbed, I have the defilement, it's not out there. Always. We had a great model for that in Francis. It's just, all right, next one.
That was the end of the chapter, starting the second one.
Well, we're how much time do we have? About 6 minutes. I think we can end early here.
Okay.
Any thoughts or questions? We'll just quit a bit early tonight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha.